Listen closely. Most people aren't living. They're just surviving. Wake up, work, pay bills, and die. Was that the plan? Did you come to this world to settle? No, hell no. You were born to shine, to create, to push the limits of what you thought was possible. And if you're hearing this right now, it's not an accident. Something inside you is screaming to break free. A version of you that's tired of playing small, tired of the numb routine, tired of pretending you're okay when you know you're not. Welcome, billionaire. You've just arrived at your mental reset. Your past doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what you decide to build from this moment on. Get ready. This isn't a hype video. This is mental science applied to your future. This isn't entertainment. This is transformation. Today, I'm bringing you the 10 mental punches Bob Proctor dropped on the world. Lessons that, if applied, will pull you out of the 95% who fail and launch you into the 5% who own their destiny. Are you ready? Don't listen to this as if it were motivation. Listen to this like your life depends on it. Because the truth is, it does. Lesson 10. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Why don't you have what you want? Because you can't picture it. You say you want abundance, but you can only imagine scraping by. You say you want success, but when you close your eyes, all you see is fear, bills, and barriers. You want big things, but your mind is stuck staring at what you lack today. And that's the trap. Waiting for life to hand you something you don't even dare to imagine. Your reality won't shift until your vision does. Bob said it best. Everything that exists was first an idea. Planes were once sketches. Computers were just dreams. Every billionaire's fortune started as a mental picture. They saw it first. They built it second. So if you want wealth, see yourself as rich. If you wish to love, feel it now. If you want success, live it in your mind like it already belongs to you. And when people laugh at you, call you naive, delusional, or foolish for dreaming out loud, remember this. They mocked Ford. They rejected Disney. They ignored Colonel Sanders. But they stayed tuned in to what only their minds could see. They held their vision. They worked until it showed up. When your mind is saturated with success, your body, habits, and decisions start to build it without hesitation. You'll walk like it's already yours. You'll speak as if you've already earned it. You'll move like you already conquered it. And that's when life places it in your hands. Your mind forms the mold. Your action fills it. Most people want change, but aren't even brave enough to imagine it. Lesson 9. The problem isn't that you don't know how. It's that you haven't decided. People think they need more experience, more knowledge, more connections. Wrong. What they're missing is a decision. Because once you commit, the how shows up. If you don't decide, the universe doesn't lift a finger for you. Clarity doesn't come before the decision. It comes after. First, you choose the destination. Then the map appears. First, you decide to be a millionaire. Then, you discover the roads. How many times have you said, "I'll start on Monday"? How many goals sit in a drawer marked, "Someday"? How often have you waited to feel ready? That's a lie. You'll never feel ready. And your fear of making a real decision is what's paralyzing you. What are you waiting for? If you really want to act, set a clear goal now, even if you haven't got a clue how you'll reach it. Take the first step, no matter how small. Action kills indecision. Burn the ships. Go public with your commitment. Remove the exit option, Because if you don't do it now, you'll keep piling excuses on excuses, and next Monday will look exactly the same as this one. Your life will become a cemetery of dreams that never lived. You'll be the person who was gonna, but never did. You'll die full of excuses and empty of results. Lesson 8. Your thoughts are commands, and life follows without question. Did you know your mind's a general, and your life just an army obeying orders? Each thought you repeat is a command, and your reality doesn't check if it's good or bad. It just follows. Think failure, live failure. Think success, your life finds ways to create it. If you don't like your life, it means your mind is following the wrong general. Look at yourself. You wake up saying, "This is hard," and everything gets harder. You go to work thinking, "I hate this place," and day by day, it becomes more unbearable. You speak of scarcity, and scarcity becomes your shadow. Jim Carrey once lived in his car. No job, no money, no stage. He wrote a $10 million check to himself and kept it in his wallet. Years later, he earned $10 million for his first major film. Muhammad Ali told the world, "I'm the greatest," when nobody even knew his name. Years later, no one doubted it. They declared greatness, and life obeyed. So what are you declaring today? Pick 3 powerful thoughts, right now. Let them guide your day. No more complaining. No more poor talk. No more fear language. Speak what you want, not what you fear. Don't let your mind be the general of defeat. Replace it. Install a commander who leads you to the top. If you don't, you'll become a slave to default thinking, and you'll build the walls of your own prison. Lesson 7. Fear is just an alarm that protects your comfort zone. You're scared of making decisions, scared of failing, of commitment, of being alone, scared of not being enough, scared of being unemployed, scared of being employed and not lasting. Starting a business scares you. Not starting one scares you even more. Here's the truth. Fear is not your enemy. It's the gatekeeper of comfort. Every time that alarm goes off inside you, it's not saying stop. It's saying, this is where you grow, or stay the same. You've avoided public speaking, scared of being judged. You've stayed out of love, scared of being hurt. You haven't started your dream, scared of failing. And so, fear keeps you safe, but empty. Richard Branson was afraid of flying. He now owns airlines. Sarah Blakely feared selling. She built Spanx into a billion-dollar empire. They felt fear, and they walked forward anyway. I dare you to do one uncomfortable thing daily, one thing that stretches you, that reminds you, growth hurts, but stagnation kills. When fear arises, smile and move forward. It's the clearest sign that you're about to rise, because if you don't, you'll get old without ever living. You'll be a master of excuses, but a rookie in results. And your tombstone will say, "Here lies someone who lived, but never dared." Lesson 6. Success isn't about talent. It's built with mental discipline. I told you it would hurt, billionaire. You think the world's unfair because it doesn't recognize your talent? Let me break it to you. Talent is just the starting line. Real success is crafted daily with brutal mental discipline. Doing what you must when you don't feel like it. Staying focused even when progress is invisible. Showing up even when others quit. Let's be honest. You move only when you feel motivated. You quit at the first obstacle. You act based on emotion, not on decision. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't the most talented, but he was the most disciplined. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't start as the strongest, but he was the most relentless. They didn't wait for motivation to inspire them. They got up regardless. No applause, no recognition, just drive. So stop searching for excuses. Start tracking real results. Audit your habits until they become second nature. Because if you don't, your talent will die with you. You'll sit in the crowd, watching others succeed, whispering, "That could have been me." Lesson 5. Poverty mindsets can't hold on to wealth. Listen carefully, billionaire. It doesn't matter how much you earn. If your mind stays poor, you'll lose it all, again and again. Individuals with poor mindsets often struggle to manage, invest, or build. They only know how to spend, complain, and wait to be saved. That's why so many win the lottery and end up broke, worse than before. Wealth is a mental state before it's a bank balance. Let's run a quick scan. If you blow your paycheck on 5-minute pleasures that ruin your next 5 years, if you fear investing but not wasting money on something worthless, if you think rich people are evil but dream of being one, that's pure contradiction. That's poverty screaming through your choices. Mike Tyson made $400 million and lost it all because the poverty mindset never left. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos cultivated abundance before his first dollar arrived. So, what about you? Ready to rewire? Stop speaking poorly. Don't say, "I can't." Ask, "How can I?" Invest first, spend second. Your money should work before you enjoy it. Surround yourself with growth conversations, not salary complaints. If you don't, you'll grind forever and still lose everything. You'll become that person who says, "I had money, but life hit me," and your grandkids will inherit your regrets, but not your legacy. Lesson 4. Excuses are the official language of losers. While you're explaining why you can't, someone else is getting it done. Excuses are pretty lies you tell yourself to ease the shame of standing still. Every excuse you make is another brick in the prison of your mediocrity. Have you ever said, "I don't have time," but you have time for social media? This new tech is too hard, but you binge watch Netflix instead of learning. I wasn't born for that. When you haven't even tried, because deep down, you're scared someone already did it better. Stephen Hawking could have used his illness as an excuse. Instead, he changed the face of science. Meanwhile, millions with perfect health waste their lives with laughable excuses. Every time you want to say, "I can't because," switch it to, "How can I make it happen?" Speak in solutions, not setbacks. Review your excuses every night and tear them apart, because if you don't, your life will be a museum of cheap excuses and no real victories. You'll be the person everyone hears rationalizing, but no one admires. Lesson 3. Abundance starts when you stop complaining. Complaining is the daily prayer of the mediocre. Every whine ties you tighter to emotional, financial, and spiritual poverty. Abundance doesn't live in hearts that criticize everything. It thrives in those who build despite everything. You complain about the government but ignore your financial mess. You complain about your boss but refuse to start your own thing. You complain about your partner but don't grow as a person. Swap every complaint for a quick action. Start a daily gratitude list, even if all you have is your breath. Speak less about what's broken, more about what you're building. Because otherwise you'll become that bitter relative everyone avoids at family gatherings. And the worst part? Nothing will change, except your level of frustration. Lesson 2. Failures is just the price of learning. Pay it and move. Failure isn't the finish line, it's the tuition for growth. If you've never failed, you've never aimed high. Failure doesn't make you a loser. Quitting after failure does. You fall once and decide, "It's not for me." Lose money once and swear, "Business isn't for me." Get rejected once and promise, "I'll never love again." Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his school team. They paid the price, then kept moving. So retrain your mind. Switch the word failure for attempt. Analyze the mistake. Adjust the plan. Go again. Make learning your addiction, not fear your excuse. Because if you don't, you'll fail anyway, but learn nothing. Lesson 1. Mediocrity is contagious, so is greatness. Choose your circle. Your environment is a preview of your destiny. Hang out with mediocrity, you'll think, act, and dream like it. Surround yourself with greatness, you'll be forced to elevate. Hard truth. Sometimes you have to drop friends to pick up your future. You stay in chats full of gossip, not goals. Go out with people who spend, but never invest. Talk to people who understand excuses, but not ambition. Find rooms that intimidate you because of their size. Limit your time with problem talkers. Build your own greatness circle, even if you're the smallest voice at first. Millionaires gather with other millionaires, even when they disagree. Mediocres gather only to justify failure. Now you know. These aren't cute quotes to decorate your Instagram. They're mental weapons, built to make you rise and claim your life. Today, I gave you Bob Proctor's legacy. But this is just the beginning. Because in this series, I'm bringing you the greatest minds that rewired the world. Giants whose footprints are still guiding us, decades after they walked. So now, Billionaire, what are you going to do with all this? Listen, get inspired, then crawl back to the miserable routine you hate, or take this seriously and start your full mental reprogramming. If you truly want to reach that dream you keep locked inside, keep watching this series. We're building a lethal compilation of the sharpest truths from the loudest minds. This isn't from a book, it's not in overpriced courses, and it sure as hell isn't found in soft, empty speeches. Here, you get it raw. No filters, no fluff, no mercy. Now drop a comment below. What Bob Proctor quote hit you hardest today, and how will you apply it starting now? Because when you write, you don't just reinforce what you've learned. You spark others who are silently watching, waiting for someone to speak their fire out loud. And if you've got people you care about, people stuck in the fog, do what someone with vision would do. Share this video with them. Send this shockwave straight into their souls, because mediocrity is contagious, but so is greatness. And you decide what you're spreading today. I'll see you in the next episode. We didn't come here to motivate you. We came here to wake you up.